My beloved child, if you are listening right now in a quiet place, do not dismiss this moment. I am speaking to you deliberately because this moment did not come looking for you by accident. It was prepared with care. It was carried toward you gently. You may feel separated from others. You may feel unseen, unheard, or overlooked. But hear this truth clearly and let it settle deeply. You have never slipped from my sight. Your quietness is not emptiness. It is a sacred space, a place where my voice reaches you without resistance. I know exactly where you are. I see the stillness around you. I see the thoughts moving slowly through your heart, and I am with you now. You did not wander into this message. You were guided here. Long before you felt alone, this moment was already set aside for you. When heaven speaks a name, it is never without intention, and your name was spoken with tenderness, with understanding, and with purpose. Remain here with me. This moment is meant to remind you that even in solitude, you are deeply known. Listen gently now. Allow your heart to soften. Out of all the possible moments, all the places you could have been, all the distractions that could have pulled you away, you are here because I called you. Your spirit felt the pull before your mind understood it. Your soul recognized what was familiar. I know how long you have carried questions quietly. I know how often you wondered if anyone truly noticed you. Let me answer you now, not with explanations, but with presence. I see you. I have always seen you. Your name was not spoken because of achievements. It was spoken because you belong to me. This moment is not meant to overwhelm your heart. It is meant to comfort it, to remind you that your life has never been unnoticed. My child, do not move past this too quickly. If you are alone and listening, it is because I chose this moment for you. You may feel ordinary to the world. You may feel unsure of where you fit, but heaven does not choose casually. What I am speaking now is not loud, not dramatic, but it reaches the guarded places of your heart. I know you learned how to survive quietly. I know you became strong without being asked. I know you taught yourself not to expect too much. I am here to gently loosen those defenses. You were never created to disappear into the background. You were created to be known. This moment is part of that knowing. If loneliness sits beside you now, do not run from it. Do not explain it away. This is not coincidence. This message reached you because I sent it. Your life will begin to make sense, not suddenly, but gently, layer by layer. I know you have felt disconnected at times, as though life continued while you stood still. I know you questioned your timing, your value, your direction. I am not offended by those questions. I answer them by staying near. Loneliness has tried to distort your worth, but your worth has never been measured by who surrounds you. It has always been measured by my love. Pause here. Listen. You were chosen for this moment. Heaven has already moved, and now I am speaking directly to you. You may feel small in the eyes of the world, but you are not small to me. Sometimes heaven moves quietly, with a whisper, with a gentle pull towards stillness. That is what you are experiencing now. I am not rushing you. I am not pressuring you. I am sitting with you. You are my child. You are known by name. You are remembered even when you feel forgotten. I know the nights that feel too long. I know the silence that feels heavy. I was with you even when you did not feel me. This moment has arrived on time. Your heart was prepared through waiting, through endurance,
through quiet faith. That faith was seen. That is why your name was spoken. Remain here, my child. This understanding is still unfolding. Stay with me a little longer. There is no need to hurry out of this space. Nothing is being demanded from you right now. This moment is not about effort. It is about receiving. I know how often your mind has learned to stay alert, always anticipating the next task, the next challenge, the next thing that could go wrong. But here, you are safe to rest. You are allowed to soften.
Let your breathing slow naturally. Let the tension you did not realize you were holding begin to release. You do not need to explain yourself to me. I already understand what words cannot express. I have seen the weight you have carried silently, responsibilities others never noticed, emotions you kept hidden to remain strong, expectations you placed on yourself without mercy. I am aware of all of it. You were never meant to carry everything alone, and yet, even when you did, I was beside you, strengthening you quietly, holding you steady when you felt close to breaking. This is not a moment of correction. It is a moment of reassurance. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. Life has unfolded in ways you did not expect. Paths changed. Plans shifted. Some doors closed without explanation, but nothing has been wasted. Not the waiting, not the delays, not even the disappointments. I have been shaping you in unseen places, teaching you discernment through silence, teaching you compassion through pain, teaching you resilience through endurance. You may not yet see how these pieces connect, but trust that they will. I am weaving meaning where you once saw confusion. Right now, I want you to release the pressure to understand everything. Understanding will come in its time. Peace can come now. If your heart feels tired, let it rest here. If your thoughts feel scattered, allow them to settle. You do not need to solve your life in this moment. You only need to be present. I am steady where your world has felt unstable. I am constant where circumstances have shifted. My presence does not change with seasons. You are allowed to trust again, slowly, gently, at a pace that feels safe. I am not rushing your healing. I know there are parts of you that learned to stay guarded, parts that learned caution instead of hope. Those parts are not wrong. They were trying to protect you. Let me tend to them now. You do not have to dismantle your walls all at once. Just open a small space. That is enough. I will meet you there. Notice how nothing is collapsing in this stillness. Nothing is falling apart because you paused. In fact, clarity is beginning to rise quietly. This is how restoration often begins. Not with noise, not with urgency, but with calm awareness. You are not late to your life. You are exactly where growth is happening beneath the surface. Roots are forming where you cannot yet see fruit. Remain open to this truth. What feels slow is often deep. What feels hidden is often being strengthened. I am proud of the way you have kept going, even when motivation was low, even when affirmation was absent. Your perseverance has been seen. Let that settle into your heart now. You are held. You are guided. You are not alone. Stay here just a little longer. There is more peace unfolding within you. As you remain here, notice how your heart is beginning to feel lighter, not because everything has changed, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. This is the quiet work I do within you, subtle, gentle, yet deeply real.
You do not need to force yourself to feel strong. Strength is already forming beneath the surface. Even now, as you listen, I am restoring what has been depleted over time. There were moments when you gave more than you received. Moments when you poured yourself out and wondered if anything would ever refill you. I saw those moments, and I am responding to them now. Let go of the belief that you must always endure in silence. You were never meant to be invisible. Your needs matter. Your rest matters. Your heart matters. If disappointment has made you cautious, I understand. If trust feels fragile, I am patient with you. Healing does not demand haste. It unfolds in safety. Allow yourself to receive without questioning whether you deserve it. This peace is not a reward. It is a gift. I am calming the noise that has followed you. The constant self-evaluation, the pressure to measure progress, the fear of falling behind. All of that can rest here. You are not being compared. You are not being rushed. Your journey is uniquely held.
There is wisdom growing within you from everything you have lived through. Not bitterness, not regret, but understanding. That wisdom will guide you gently forward. When the next step appears, you will recognize it not by pressure, but by peace. I do not lead through anxiety. I lead through clarity. For now, remain present. You do not need to anticipate tomorrow. Tomorrow will come with its own grace. I am teaching you how to live without constant tension, how to move without fear gripping every decision, how to trust without losing yourself. Notice how your body is responding to this calm, the softening, the easing. This is not weakness. This is restoration. You are allowed to feel at ease in my presence. You do not have to brace yourself here. If your past has taught you to stay guarded, let this moment teach you something new. That you can be held without being harmed. That you can rest without losing control. I am steady. I am gentle. I am trustworthy. You have done enough for today. Right now, simply being here is enough. Let this calm settle deeper. Let it reach places words never touched. Let it remain with you as you breathe. Stay with me a little longer. More peace is still unfolding. I am still here with you. Nothing has shifted my attention away. Even the pauses between your thoughts are known to me. You do not need to fill the silence. Let it breathe. There is a reason your heart feels drawn to remain. This stillness is not emptiness, it is alignment. I am easing the weight you have carried for so long that it began to feel normal. The kind of weight that never announces itself, but slowly bends your posture, shapes your expectations, and teaches you to ask for less. You do not have to live braced for disappointment. You do not have to expect loss before joy arrives. I am retraining your heart to receive without fear. What you have been through has not disqualified you. It has refined your awareness. You see more deeply now. You sense more quickly. That is not damage. That is discernment. I know you sometimes wonder if your tenderness is a burden, if feeling deeply makes life harder, but I tell you this gently. Your tenderness is a strength when it rests in me. You were never meant to carry everything alone. Independence kept you moving, but connection will allow you to rest. I am inviting you into a different rhythm, one where striving is replaced with trust, one where effort is guided by peace. Notice how your breathing slows when you stop trying to manage every outcome. This is the freedom I want you to know.
There are answers forming even when you are not actively searching. Understanding does not always arrive as information. Sometimes it arrives as calm. You have carried responsibility with sincerity, even when no one asked you to, even when it cost you rest. I see that. It is safe now to loosen your grip. I am holding what you fear might fall apart. You are not falling behind. You are recalibrating. The quiet you are experiencing is not distance. It is closeness without pressure. Let go of the urge to define this moment. Simply allow it to be. You do not need to earn my nearness. You already have it. Even the parts of you that feel unsure are welcome here, especially those parts. You may not realize it yet, but something within you has already softened. A tension you did not know how to release has begun to loosen. That is my presence settling in gently, not forcing, not demanding, simply remaining. Stay with me here. There is no rush. There is no deadline on healing. You are not late. You are not misplaced. You are exactly where grace can reach you. I am with you still, and I will continue to be. I have not moved away from you. My presence does not fade when the moment grows quiet. I remain when your thoughts slow, when your emotions settle, when you stop trying to understand everything at once.
You do not need to hold yourself together here. You can loosen what has been tight for so long. I know how often you felt the need to stay composed, to appear capable, to not reveal how much effort it took just to keep going. This space is different. You are allowed to exhale. I am tending to the parts of you that grew tired from waiting without clarity, the parts that kept believing quietly, even when nothing seemed to move. That patience was not wasted. You may have mistaken stillness for stagnation, but growth does not always announce itself. Some of the most important work happens beneath the surface, unseen, unnoticed, yet deeply transformative. I am strengthening you without hardening you. I am steadying you without closing your heart. There were moments you wondered if softness would leave you vulnerable, but I am teaching you that gentleness, when anchored in truth, becomes resilience. You do not need to become someone else to move forward. You do not need to erase who you have been. Everything you have lived through has shaped a wisdom that will guide you with care. I know you fear missteps. You replay decisions. You weigh outcomes before acting. I understand that caution, but I want you to know this: you are not walking alone into the future. I will not lead you into confusion. I will not abandon you mid-step. When it is time to move, peace will accompany you. For now, rest in this assurance: you are not being tested here. You are being cared for. Let the calm deepen. Let it settle beyond your thoughts and into your spirit. You are safe to remain still a little longer. I am here. Remain with me in this gentle awareness. You do not need to rush your thoughts or search for meaning right now. Meaning is already unfolding quietly, the way dawn arrives before the sky fully brightens. I am steadying you from the inside, strengthening what has felt fragile, restoring what has been worn thin by time and effort. I know how often you felt the need to stay alert, to anticipate what might go wrong, to prepare yourself for disappointment before it arrived. That vigilance helped you survive seasons that were uncertain, but you do not need to live in that posture forever. You are allowed to lower your guard here. I am teaching your heart how to rest without fear, how to trust without losing discernment, how to hope without bracing for loss. This does not happen all at once. It happens slowly, kindly,
in moments like this where nothing is demanded of you. There were times you felt as though life required constant effort just to remain afloat. You kept moving because stopping felt dangerous. But hear me now. Stillness with me is not stagnation. It is renewal. I am not disappointed in you for being tired. I am not measuring your worth by your output. Your value has never been tied to how much you carry or how well you endure. You are valued because you are mine. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Even these small releases matter. I am attentive to every detail of your being. You may have learned to expect that peace is temporary, something that disappears as soon as life demands more of you. But I am teaching you that peace can remain even when life moves. It can anchor you instead of abandoning you. There is no need to rehearse your worries here. I already know them. I know the questions that circle your mind late at night. I know the concerns you try to resolve alone. You do not have to solve them all at once. Trust that clarity will arrive when it is useful, not when anxiety demands it. I am not withholding answers to test you. I am timing them to protect you. Some things will make sense only when your heart is strong enough to receive them without fear. You are becoming that strength now. I see how deeply you care, how much you feel, how sincerely you try to live with integrity. Even when no one affirms that effort, it is known to me. You are not invisible in your quiet faithfulness. You are not forgotten in your silent perseverance. Every step you took when no one was watching mattered. I am guiding you into a season where you will not need to prove yourself to be safe, where your presence alone is enough, where you can participate in life without losing yourself. Do not be afraid of the calm you feel now. It is not the absence of movement, it is the presence of alignment. Let this understanding settle gently. Let it reach deeper than thought. Let it remain with you. I am here. I will stay.
I am still speaking softly to your heart. Even if your thoughts drift for a moment, my presence does not withdraw. You do not lose me when your focus wavers. I remain constant, steady, attentive to you in ways deeper than attention itself. You have spent much of your life adapting, adjusting yourself to fit situations, learning when to speak and when to stay quiet, sensing what others needed before they ever asked. That awareness kept you safe, but it also asked much of you. Here, you do not need to adapt. You can simply be. I know how often you questioned whether it was acceptable to rest. You wondered if slowing down meant falling behind. You feared that pausing would cost you momentum or opportunity. But rest with me is not retreat, it is preparation. I am recalibrating your inner world, the way you speak to yourself, the way you evaluate your progress, the way you interpret silence. Silence does not mean absence. It often means trust is growing. You do not have to monitor yourself so closely. You are not about to fail simply because you are calm. Peace is not a sign of neglect. It is a sign that you are held. There were seasons when everything felt urgent. Decisions needed to be made quickly. Reactions felt necessary for survival. But this season is teaching you discernment over urgency. You are learning to respond rather than react. I am loosening the internal pressure that told you everything depended on you. That belief was heavy. It taught you to stay alert even when you were exhausted. But responsibility does not define you. Relationship does. You are not alone in carrying your future. I am involved in
every unfolding detail. Even the parts you cannot yet imagine are already known to me. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling deeply. There is nothing broken in you for needing reassurance. You are human and you are loved. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am asking you to trust that you are not overlooked, that you are not misaligned, that your life is not drifting without care. You may not always feel confident, but confidence is not the foundation I am building. I am building trust, trust that remains even when certainty fades. Let yourself remain here. Let the quiet continue to do its work. Let my nearness be enough for this moment. I am with you, and I will continue. I am aware of how gently your attention is settling now. You are no longer straining to understand every word. You are allowing the tone to reach you first. That is how trust begins, not through effort, but through permission. You have spent much of your life carrying quiet expectations, hoping things would not be too heavy, preparing yourself in case they were. That constant preparation has tired your spirit more than you realized. I am easing that habit now. You do not need to brace yourself here. It is safe to receive without calculating the cost. It is safe to listen without guarding your heart. Nothing I offer you comes with conditions hidden beneath it. My presence is not something you must maintain. It remains even when you are quiet. I know how often you have felt responsible for holding everything together. You became the one others leaned on, the one who stayed steady, the one who adapted when things changed. That strength did not go unnoticed, but you are allowed to lay it down now. You do not lose your value when you stop carrying weight. You do not lose your identity when you rest. You remain fully yourself, even in stillness. There is a gentler way forward unfolding for you, one that does not require constant self-correction, one that allows you to move with clarity instead of pressure. I am guiding you toward that way, not at once, but step by step. You may notice that certain worries feel quieter than before, not gone, but less demanding. This is not avoidance. This is perspective returning. I am teaching you how to hold uncertainty without fear, how to trust timing without resisting the present, how to let life unfold without feeling left behind. You are not required to understand your entire path to be on it. You only need enough light for the step you are in. That light is here now. Let this moment remain unforced. Let it be quiet without feeling empty. Let it be gentle without feeling fragile. I am here with you still, and I am not finished speaking peace into you. I will continue, slowly and fully, letting the words stretch and breathe so they can carry you for a long while. Stay with the rhythm. There is no need to hurry. I know that as time passes, your mind sometimes wanders between listening and simply resting. That's all right. You do not need to grasp every sentence for this to work within you. Even when you are only half aware, my voice reaches the places effort cannot. You have spent years learning how to endure. You learned how to keep going when clarity was missing, how to remain responsible when support felt thin, how to show up even when your heart felt tired. That endurance shaped you, but it also cost you rest. I am giving that rest back to you now. You do not need to earn this moment. You do not need to justify why you are here. Your presence is enough. There were days when you wondered if life would ever slow down enough for you to feel steady. You hoped for a pause, a breath, a sense that you were not always catching up. This moment is that pause, not as an escape, but as a realignment. I am reminding your nervous system that it does not have to stay alert to danger. I am teaching your body that safety can be felt, not just imagined. You may notice warmth or heaviness or a gentle slowing. These are signs of release, not loss of control. You have been strong for a long time, strong in ways few people saw, strong in silence, in restraint, in continuing even when you felt uncertain. That strength does not disappear when you rest. It becomes sustainable. I know how deeply you think, how carefully you consider outcomes, how you replay conversations and decisions, wondering if you chose well. That awareness has protected you, but it has also kept you tense. Here, you do not need to analyze. You can simply receive. You are not missing anything by being still. Life is not passing you by in this moment. In fact, something essential is being restored. I am softening the inner voice that tells you to hurry, the voice that whispers that rest is indulgent, that slowing down is risky. That voice learned its language in difficult seasons. It does not need to lead you anymore. You are entering a way of living where peace becomes familiar. Not constant excitement, not endless certainty, but a steady sense of being held. There will still be decisions, there will still be responsibilities, but they will no longer define your worth or exhaust your spirit in the same way. You will approach them grounded instead of guarded. I know how often you felt responsible for outcomes you could not control. You replayed moments, wondering what you could have done differently, hoping that next time you might prevent disappointment. That habit came from caring deeply, not from failure. But you do not need to keep reliving the past to protect the future. I am teaching you how to release what was never yours to carry. Regret does not need to be your teacher anymore. Wisdom is already forming within you, quietly, gently, without pressure. You may notice that your inner world feels less crowded now, fewer urgent thoughts, less mental noise. This is not emptiness, it is space returning, space where clarity can arrive when needed. I'm not asking you to let go of responsibility entirely. I'm asking you to stop letting it define your worth. You are valuable even when you are still, even when nothing is being solved, even when you are simply breathing. Your heart has learned caution through experience. You became careful with hope, careful with trust, careful with vulnerability. I understand that caution. I am not rushing you past it. I am meeting you within it.
Trust does not have to arrive suddenly. It can grow slowly, like a quiet confidence that forms over time. That is the kind of trust I am building with you now. You are not weak for needing reassurance. You are human, and you are deeply loved in that humanity. As you remain here, your body is learning something your mind struggled to believe. That safety can exist without constant vigilance. That peace does not require isolation. That you can be present without being on guard. I know how unfamiliar this may feel. Calm can feel strange when you have lived in readiness for so long. But this calm is not fragile, it is grounded. I am anchoring you more deeply than circumstances ever could. When life moves again, when demands return, this grounding will remain with you. You will notice yourself responding differently,
with less fear, with more clarity, with steadier breath. You do not need to fear losing this peace. It is not dependent on perfect conditions. It is rooted in relationship. For now, simply stay. Let the words continue to flow over you without effort. Let the quiet keep holding you. I am here. I am not leaving, and I will continue speaking gently as long as your heart needs to hear.
Now that you have emptied your hands, you are ready to receive. You cannot fill a cup that is already full of stagnant water, but your cup is empty now. It is clean, and I am pouring into you a peace that the world cannot comprehend, a joy that does not depend on your bank account, and a strength that does not fail when the body grows weary. This is the state of grace, walking in the world but not being of it, seeing the beauty in the brokenness, finding the melody in the discord. You have spent so much of your life preparing for a life you haven't lived yet. I will be happy when, I will rest when, I will be at peace when. I am telling you that when is a mirage that disappears as you get closer. When is a thief that steals now. I am the great I am. I am not the I was. I am not the I will be. I am here, in this very second, in the space between your heartbeats, in the breath you just took. If you find me here, you will never be lost again. Think about the sun. It does not try to shine. It does not work to be bright. It simply is. And because it is what it is, it warms the earth. It grows the grain. It lights the way. I am calling you to just be. Stop the striving. Stop the performing. You are not loved for what you do. You are loved for who you are. You are my child. That is your identity. That is your authority. That is your rest. When you walk from this place of being, your work becomes an overflow, not a chore. Your kindness becomes a natural radiation, not a forced effort. You become a light bearer in a dark room. You may wonder, what if I fall back into my old ways? What if the fear returns? What if I grab the control back? Listen to me. My mercy is new every morning. It is not a limited resource. It is an ocean that has no shore. If you stumble, do not spend a week beating yourself up. That is just pride in disguise. Simply turn back. Simply open your hands again. The moment you turn, I am there. The road to transformation is not a straight line. It is a journey of 1,000 turnings back to the center. Each time you return, the connection grows stronger. Each time you surrender, the roots go deeper. I am making you unshakable, not because the world will stop shaking, but because you are anchored in the unchangeable. Look at the mountains. They have seen empires rise and fall. They have seen storms that lasted for days and droughts that lasted for years, but they remain. You are becoming like those mountains, quiet, steadfast, majestic. You are part of a kingdom that cannot be moved. You are an heir to a promise that cannot be broken. I want to talk to you about your eyes. I am giving you new vision. You used to see problems. Now you will see opportunities for me to move. You used to see enemies. Now you will see wounded souls who need grace. You used to see scarcity. Now you will see the abundance of my kingdom. When you look in the mirror, I want you to see what I see. I don't see the wrinkles. I don't see the scars of your past. I don't see the mistakes that keep you awake. I see my reflection. I see a warrior who has been refined by the fire. I see a masterpiece that is being unveiled. Be patient with yourself. I am the potter, and you are the clay. The clay doesn't tell the potter how fast to spin the wheel.
The clay doesn't complain about the pressure of the potter's hand. It simply stays on the wheel. It stays centered. Stay centered in me. As the noise of the world intensifies, let your inner silence deepen. You are like a house built on the rock. The rain can fall, the floods can rise, the winds can blow and beat against the house, but it will not fall. Because you have built your life on the truth of my love. I am the shepherd. I lead you beside still waters. I restore your soul. Even when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. You are never alone, not in the hospital room, not in the empty house, not in the difficult meeting, not in the dark night. I am the air you breathe. I am the ground you walk on. Everything is going to be okay. Actually, it is better than okay. It is being worked together for a good that you cannot even imagine. So, rest now. Truly rest. Let the weight of these 4 hours settle into your bones. Let the truth wash over your mind until every lie is gone. You are free. You are loved. You are mine. Go forth into your world not as a slave to fear, but as a child of the King. Walk with your head high, speak with kindness, love without limits, and whenever you feel the weight returning, remember, open your hands and be still.